The Auckland Blues have a strong history of nurturing world-class front rows. Among them is World Cup winner and local boy John Afoa.
It's a team where I grew up watching on TV and then, playing with guys I grew up with. Your home team like the Blues, I was managed to play with, Joe and Jerome of high school, all of my friends that I played age grade rugby with. So, when you play for the team like that, it's a real family bond, and mostly that's the highlight. And going away, it's always a bit different, but my heart's always with the Blues. I'm lucky enough playing in the UK for Gloucester, but you get all the coverage of the Super Rugby. So, normally we're playing on a Saturday, and I'll get up, have my breakfast, and watch the games at 6:30 in the morning, and still committed. And talk to a lot of the ex-players in the UK, and we're all sort of texting each other and chatting about the game and, passing on our support.
After his debut in 2005, Afoa quickly built a reputation as one of the world's premier tight heads. But it's his solitary try for the All Blacks that remains one of his most cherished memories.
Not many tries, but the one try, and I was lucky enough. It was half decent, I think Jimmy had the ball and he was meant to pass it, but as Jimmy Cowan does, he always shows and go. So he went. I think Millsy ran off his shoulder and he made a half break, and I was lucky enough to follow him behind, got the offload off Millsy, and then went 30 metres and only just made it. So, it was only one try, but it was definitely memorable for myself.
Despite his growing reputation, competition from the likes of Carl Heyman and Owen Franks meant Afoa made most of his 36 appearances for the All Blacks off the bench. It was a situation that influenced his decision to leave the country.
After the World Cup and, in the start of 2011, my contract was up, and it was just, I'd done a few years here and I felt like it was a time for a change, and, I had a great opportunity to go to Ulster. And, I think it was just a real cycle. End of the World Cup, I was happy enough to leave on a real high. It's a big difference, It's rugby is, a lifestyle in New Zealand, you can't get away from it, where in Ireland there's a lot of major sports, and with the football and the Gaelic games. So rugby is definitely growing. It's the only professional sport in Northern Ireland and Ulster. So there's a big following, but the big challenge is the weather. When December and January comes around, you see the boys back home running around in their singlets, and we're freezing and training indoors because the pitches are frozen over. So, it's hard to play a good brand of rugby, but, you get used to it, and, when it is sunny, you enjoy it a bit more.
He made an instant impact in Northern Ireland, helping Ulster to their first Heineken Cup final since they won it in 1999. But all too quickly, the dream turned sour.
It was a bit of a come down from a high pretty quick, I had gotten to Ulster halfway through the year after the World Cup. We had a fantastic season. We beat Munster away in the quarter-final, which no one thought we'll do, and we went on to play the final. But we came against a pretty good Leinster team, and they put a record score on us, which was quite disappointing. But we still made the final, and we had a couple of good years, sort of getting close, but couldn't get any silverware, so which was disappointing. But rugby's it's never set in stone.
This year, Afoa has moved on to England and is relishing the challenge of transforming the fortunes of his new club.
I got big plans for Gloucester. I'm there for 4 years, and the club's gone out and got a few players, and I think we're going to be really pushing hard for silverware, and that will be my big aim, to go over there, win some trophies, qualify for the new Europe competition, the top tier, and just play a good brand and hopefully stay there and finish there.